This from BVM Sports, key offseason storylines for the Browns in the offseason program. Attention on Deshaun Watson's recovery and readiness for the upcoming season. You see Jerry Jeudy's integration into the team and the impact on the offense under scrutiny. Tackle situation, 3 potential starters, 2 spots. It's an intriguing lineup dynamic and uncertainty surrounding the primary play calling position between Stefanski and Dorsey. We'll start with Watson. You know, the one thing about it, you know, we've tried. We couldn't find anybody who has had a fractured glenoid bone in his shoulder that was a quarterback in the NFL. So he's breaking ground coming back from that, and I'm not sure that you necessarily want to be the first to do that. Is it going to be called Deshaun Watson surgery at some point, like Tommy John surgery?
It's a great point, and it's a devastating injury by all accounts, but from everything that we're hearing, he's very confident about his recovery, and the people around him are too. So not that we would hear anything else at this point, but at least it's refreshing to hear. Yes, it's going to take him some time to reacclimate, but I think I wish he wouldn't have thrown week 1 out there as like that. You know, hey, I'll be back week 1 and I'll be back better than ever. Sometimes those things are a little. Maybe just leave that to just prove it on the field, but that's okay too. Yeah, I mean, it's all about Deshaun, right? Like, this roster's loaded. 1 through 53. They are maybe the best roster in the NFL. You got to get the quarterback right. Now, he was 5-1 playing not his best football last year, so it does give you a little bit of leeway, I think, Dave.
Yeah, and without question. And the other thing is, it's a bone. Bones tend to heal quicker than ligaments or tendons or any of those things. So relative to Jerry Jeudy, if they get Jerry Jeudy incorporated in here and can quote unquote unlock him, I think this offense can be what Kevin Stefanski thinks it can be.
You can see Deshaun's excitement about what they're going to be doing with the offense in the clip we saw. I think Kevin feels the same way. It kind of comes off of him when he's talking about it as well. And Jerry Jeudy is a part of that, right? Like, his ability to play out of the slot and outside, but probably going to use him a lot in the slot if they're doing it right, you know, and get Elijah Moore outside. And I think that he's going to be has the potential to be a difference maker in this offense, as adding a weapon that they just haven't had there, right? Can break a big play at any moment, create separation a lot, very good route runner. Just pairing another weapon there. It's a weapons race. The AFC is a weapons race. The AFC is loaded, but it's always a weapons race. And I think that Jerry Jeudy can actually, to use your term, unlocked. I think they will unlock him. I think that Kevin has a good idea of how he wants to use him and what he's going to do with him.
You know, relative to 3 tackles for 2 positions, I'd rather have 3 tackles than 1 tackle. But it is getting that right. That's going to be a challenge for them.
Boy, I don't know what they're going to do, Dave. That's the puzzling thing there, right? Like, do you want to try DeWand at left tackle? Probably want to try it out a little bit, just even to see for next year what you're going to be. I mean, you have to have a plan for the draft, too, to draft forward for an offensive lineman, right? Looking forward. So maybe you want to try him out at left tackle in OTAs and camp. We'll see. I'm sure we'll hear rumblings of that if that's what's going on. And then the other thing, though, that they could do, which I kind of suspect that might give them a little bit of wiggle room as far as it's concerned, because I don't think you want it. Sitting down DeWan Jones is not good for anybody. But sitting down a $14 million tackle isn't great either, Dave. So I think that maybe they'll ease Jack Conklin in and put the injury tag around him, like, hey, we're kind of bringing him back in. He's not fully ready yet from the injury last year. He's still kind of easing his way back in. And maybe that gives them some leeway to start DeWan Jones and see how things go from there.
And the last part of that, the play calling, I have no issues whatsoever with Kevin Stefanski's play calling, but if he wants to give it over to Ken Dorsey, okay.
Yeah, to me, Ken Dorsey is like the super quarterbacks coach, aka offensive coordinator. I'm sure he's got a lot of input in the offense, but to me, this is still Stefanski's offense to call. I feel pretty strongly about that. I would be a little shocked if they do it, but like you, I won't protest if they do it.